Later, she's on that boat when they're on their adventure after she's seen him new and fresh and is... that wop, man. She's snail trailing around this room.
You could hear it.
And then the guy breaks in to kill her and slips and falls.
Yeah, that's great.
Because of the snail trail.
Yeah, exactly. Like, geez, Scoob, get the mystery out.
No, everything's just fun in this movie, like the setup and everything, and then how, like, O'Connell comes over there and they're like, oh, we bet you we'll beat you there. And he's like, who says we're going there? And it's like the brother is giving all this fucking information out, and then he finds out that Benny's on there, and I love when he throws him off the fucking boat.
Welcome back to Haunted by Tapes.
What are we doing now?
segment?
Mummy Returns?
The Mummy.
The Mummy Returns. Get off of my soda.
Welcome to Strange Glow Video.
Are we started?
We have recorded, yes. We are started.
Well, he does the intros.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing it, so I did it.
Welcome to Strange Glow Video
You didn't
presents.
do a fucking countdown. He didn't count down from 5.
Strange
like
Glow
does.
Video presents Haunted by Tapes, right? Starring
Borderline.
Kaiju Vision.
What the fuck?
You may as well just start this over because this is dumb. I don't even
I'll
want
just
to hear it.
edit it out. It's 40 seconds.
Welcome to Strange Glow Video. Tonight we're
Presents.
going to talk about...
Son of a bitch.
You don't even know what the category is. Alex. 32nd birthday edition.
Welcome to Strange Glow Video.
Presents The Mummy Returns.
Haunted by Tapes.
Jesus.
Are we ready to do this for real now? Take a deep breath.
That was real. We could put this on Patreon.
No,
That-
this is going in the fucking episode. I'm done.
All right, well, we're going to talk about Haunted by Tapes. And for Haunted by Tapes, we're going to talk... This is a Haunted by Tapes episode, is it not?
With a little bit of comedy.
Yeah, I'm just laughing about how you phrased
It's
it.
an action horror comedy.
I'm just a little annoyed with everybody right now. I'm even setting my notes down. I fucking need my notes, and you guys have just pissed me off.
This
When
mo-
I grow up, I'm living alone.
Wait.
Wait, wrong movie. So this movie's called The Mummy, not The Mummy Returns.
Why did you pick 1999 movie?
It was just his fucking pick. It had nothing to do with the year.
I just picked the
Fuck
Mummy.
off, Fly.
That's another video, Nick.
Oh, wait.
Nick is so confused about life. When they took you up in that spaceship, did they abuse you? Sexually?
I did
Nick just gave you the same look that Pete gives you when he was not listening to a goddamn word you said and then looks at you and realizes you were saying something to him.
Yes.
Like,
Has no idea.
yep. Just
I hate this movie.
You do?
I hated it when I was 16. I hate it now.
you're going to be getting so much hate in the comments if we had people who commented.
So stupid.
No, this is
This is a great fucking movie.
for a 1999 movie. This is pretty good.
I did see Mummy Returns in the theater because
That one's shitty.
I remember The Rock.
That part's awful. The CGI Rock is one of the worst CGIs I've ever seen.
It's
in a
not as
movie.
bad then because you don't know better, but it's still pretty bad.
I was surprised how well some of the Mummy CGI held up in this movie.
Oh,
though.
the first one holds up well.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So this, I didn't take any notes for this. I've seen this so many times. I'm experienced with this motherfucking thing. I threw it in on VHS and just chilled.
Well, let's talk a few people here, though, to get this thing kicked off. So Brendan Fraser obviously plays Rick O'Connell. Rachel Weisz is Evelyn... I can't read my fucking handwriting.
I know you got chicken scratch over here.
Fuck, I can't read my own goddamn handwriting.
Where is
Did you
this?
just say
Let me
butt
see.
fuck?
I'm trying to figure out what her last name is. I fucked it all up here.
Evelyn Cornbread?
Yeah, cornbread.
That's what it looks like, Nick. Look, confirm.
Dude, I write left-handed, and it's so bad anyway. And
Evelyn Cornhole? Cornwall? Was it Cornwall?
And then for part of this, the baby was sitting next to me, so I was trying to make sure she didn't tumble over while I was taking my notes.
Jesus.
So my handwriting's really bad. Worse than usual here.
It opens up with Oded Fair doing the a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Her name's Evelyn
Egypt.
O'Connell.
Oh,
No, that's not that she got married, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's her and her brother with the same last name. Jonathan
Fuck
something.
off, Fly.
Carnahan, maybe. Maybe that's it.
It's Jeff Goldblum's flying around in here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this has the old-fashioned times intro.
Yeah, and you see how the original mummy, Imhotep, gets fucking...
Emotep.
Well, he
That's his name,
betrays.
Imhotep.
He betrays the pharaoh at the time.
Exactly.
Fucking
And
murders him.
mm-hmm.
And he's what, a priest or something? Which I'm surprised he's not looking for little kids.
He
but
was
that's beside
banging.
the point.
He was banging his mistress.
Yeah, the
And-
pharaoh's mistress.
Then he fucking gets mummified, him and all of his priests.
He gets mummified alive too, which is pretty cool.
All of his people do, but he gets the worst where they cut off
Carnahan.
his tongue and sew his mouth shut or whatever, and they
Evelyn
fucking,
Carnahan.
Yeah, and then
they put the fucking
She-
beetles in there with him.
she commits suicide.
Oh yeah,
The scarab beetles, yeah. Some of that CGI looks good, some of it looks bad. It just depends
the
on how
scarabs
much.
are not great, but it gets the point across enough.
When they're under the skin, there's a few times where if it's just one, it looks okay, but if there's a bunch of them under somebody, it looks terrible. They're just like, just a lot going on here. Just
I saw this at the drive-in, at the Boulevard Drive-in with Mom, at least. It
Okay.
could have just been us, but I don't know who else was there. I saw it, members, because
I would have drive out.
I loved this shit. I was in like second or third grade, it scared the shit out of me. Then it was perfect.
oh yeah, it's a fucking remake of the classic original, even though they changed the character names.
And they made him. It's more of an adventure than horror film. Like
Yeah.
it's still horror, but they tried to Indiana Jones it a little bit.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
that's
All
what I
the
was thinking,
Indiana
too.
Jones vibes.
It's not bad though in that sense. Like, and then you get Brendan Fraser and Benny introduced, and you see that little beginning scene.
Benny!
That's fun. Just background stuff. I could watch Brendan Fraser do anything. So
Well,
whatever.
don't they show, like, at the end of their introduction scene, don't they show the Imhotep's face in the sand at the end of that segment?
Yeah, yeah. They show like the face, or at least the sand's moving around underneath him.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, he's arrested basically and shit, and he's in jail. And you're seeing Evie at the library.
Mm-hmm.
She knocks all of those fucking books over like a dumbass. And then the fucking library owner's like, "You
Trashes the
fucking
library,
dumb
yeah.
bitch! What did you do? Why do I keep you around here?"
I knew Jerry Goldsmith did the score, but Alexander Courage did some of that orchestrations. Alexander Courage did the original Star Trek theme. And
Oh,
then-
cool.
And then Jerry Goldsmith did a lot of the Star Trek movies, including the Next Generation theme.
The more you know.
So interesting that they teamed up for this.
Fascinating.
So that's that 3-year jump between. So that library scene, she fucks it all up. That's classic, though.
I'm gonna ask early on here, and I'm gonna do a Nick impression when I ask. Who did you most want to bang?
We asked that at the end.
We don't have to ask it at the end. I want to ask it now.
Well, Rachel Wise, obviously.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Fly.
I'm guessing Justin's gonna say Rachel Wise too.
No, the girl at the beginning that.
The other warrior.
Oh, yeah.
She's in the second one. That actor comes back and plays a person who's reincarnated,
Can we
basically,
do
and they try to.
Rachel Wise's head on the other girl's body?
I might.
What the fuck, Nick? Jesus Christ. You do see how this might make us look.
Oh man.
You can do that in your own fantasy world up here. Close your eyes.
You asked
and
who
make
we'd
believe.
bang, but
Just close your eyes and make believe.
No, it's too hard. I can't pick between Rachel and Brendan. This is top tier Brendan Fraser
hold on,
too.
hold on. Brendan Fraser in the cage or Brendan Fraser after the cage?
After the cage, of course.
After he's
Yeah,
all
in the cage, they
freshened
give
up?
him that shitty wig and try to make him look all
I do
scruffy
not
and
want
dirty.
dirty.
You didn't like Bad Boy Brendan Fraser?
Bad
Oh,
boy.
he
That
kinda
just
You mean
means he's fucking jail.
gnarly balls smell like dead carcass? Brendan
was- it
Fraser.
was-
That's what I see. When I, smell. I can smell him.
It
then.
was Encino Man again.
exactly.
Yeah, remember the Encino Man, like pre-bath and post-bath? You always want someone fresh out the shower. I think
Yeah.
that's how that goes. The real question should be, though, you got to pick a threesome from every movie. So 2 other people and you. That's the new rule.
Well, it's gonna be them too.
I know, exactly.
But, well, that's a hard one because
Well, Rachel Wise and then the girl in the beginning.
Well, that's the point of it.
if I can just do this and pick... I'm just going to make it an orgy and add the guy who plays Emotep and Oded Fair and the woman from the beginning.
And then this guy. The two girls and then that guy.
And Benny.
Benny.
He seems like
Would
you like me to suck your penis?
he'd be the wild card in there.
You could fuck my butthole, O'Connell.
You know, he's fat hog.
He's probably got a chode.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's not like super long, but it's good and girthy, so it's still...
It's enough.
It's nobody's gonna... It's not insultingly chodish. You know, it's not like... It's not like 3 inches thick and 1 inch long or anything.
He's got a really small head, though.
Oh, it's one of those.
Oh, it's like a...
Fat body, little head.
Triangles out, pyramids out.
Fuck off.
It's got a flared base
Is
for
it
your
cut?
own safety.
Cut or uncut?
Cut.
Would you quit banging the microphone?
I didn't touch it. Did you see me touch it?
You're setting your drink down and banging shit. I don't trust you over
I
here.
saw it right there.
Jesus. Bangs it again.
So anyway, she ends up saving Brendan Fraser's life in that whole scene where he kisses her and all that dumb shit. Mm-hmm. And she later asked him about it, and he's like, I don't know. It seemed like I was about to be hanged. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, which is problematic nowadays.
And she's all focused on that kiss, though, because she's like, you know, clearly been focused on her studies and has not been banging around or anything.
He committed 2 kinds of assault right back to back.
Oh, for sure.
Punched the brother and kissed the sister.
Well, the brother might have deserved it. Just in general, he deserved it, you know, his character.
Generally,
not anything specific at
the
that
consent
point.
was missing from this.
Oh, for sure. That part is more problematic.
The punch?
But either way,
yes, that too.
Later, she's on that boat when they're on their adventure after she's seen him new and fresh and is that wop, man. She's snail trailing around this room.
You could hear it.
And then the guy breaks in to kill her and slips and falls.
Yeah, that's great.
Because of the snail trail.
Yeah, exactly. Like, geez, Scoob, get the mystery out.
No, everything's just fun in this movie, like the setup and everything, and then how, like, O'Connell comes over there, and they're like, oh, we bet you we'll beat you there, and he's like, who says we're going there? And it's like the brother is giving all this fucking information out, and then he finds out that Benny's on there, and I love when he throws him off the fucking boat.
Yeah. So that whole scene, like the Richard Pryor on fire scene in the boat is amazing.
Richard Pryor's in this?
No, but, you know, the Richard Pryor, like, on fire, it just rhymes, and the fact that it actually lit himself on fire at the time, it's fucking classic.
Be a good band name, Richard Pryor on Fire.
Yeah, probably has already been used.
Probably. Prior to this.
No, that boat sequence is great, and then they fucking, you know, obviously the boat's destroyed.
The one of the most iconically quoted and memed lines now of the, "Hey, O'Connell, I got all the horses." "Hey, Benny, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river."
Yeah.
Which always gets me. It's good stuff.
Yeah, they did a good job of not giving him too many cheesy one-liners. I feel like the worst one's kind of near the end. Like, that's the worst crime against humanity in this movie for that one, but...
Booger, stop walking over the fucking cables and take a seat, please. Sit.
Calm down, Booger.
And then Magi that are out there.
The Magi?
The Molyneux.
Thor's hammer?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Justin was like, I know that. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was like, what?
Molyneux?
I was like,
confused.
I don't think I said that wrong. I was like, I'm pretty
Did I have a stroke?
Talked about the secret society, okay?
Mahoney?
We're not talking about the New World Order.
Yeah, the Magi, which later in the sequel, it's revealed that Brendan Fraser is also one of the Magi.
Spoiler
He has a
alert.
tattoo. Yeah.
So they retcon.
Oded Fair is like, this tattoo means you're Magi.
Magi. Mogwai.
He's like, oh, I thought it meant...
Oded Fair is in Resident Evil Apocalypse and Extinction as Carlos from the video games. Which is why it's cool. One of the few characters from the games that I thought...
That's fascinating. I bet you like to read a lot, too.
Exactly. Oded Fair is a dope character, but they do... Here's the funny thing. He ends up friends with him, and he's one of them, right? Mm-hmm. They kill a fuck ton of them.
Yeah.
They kill a fuck ton of the Magi there.
Before you
find out they're good.
Yeah, before you're...
They're trying to stop them from opening this mummy shit. They're like, nah, dude, Get the fuck away from here.
You've been training for this for 3,000 years, and you couldn't stop these dumb Americans. Like, that's the whole thing about this. They play up the dumb American group too, and like Rick is the American in there, but you know everyone else on their team is European or of African.
Well, you have the one guy who's actually in Anaconda as well as the producer guy. You know, or the talent of that one. And anyway, they get there. They made a bet or whatever. You know, they obviously get there first. And Brendan Fraser gets a hard on when he sees how well that Evie rides a camel, because he's like, he's really all that's happening there for me. Like, clearly the movie is trying to indicate, wow, she's cool. She can take care of herself. She's a badass.
Yeah,
but what I'm seeing is Brendan Fraser seeing her bounce up and down. I was thinking, all right, yeah, we're in for that.
Yeah,
I need to be that camel. I got
He's
a
like,
fucking hump for you.
Call me Joe Cool, because I'm just the camel you're looking for. You want to take a ride? He pulls the carriage.
Beep, 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 or whatever she's saying.
Yeah.
You know. They get there. They start dicking around. There's nothing too serious going on for a minute until they go under and they're arguing with each other about space and where they're going to dig and shit. And she's like, no, let's go over here. This is again where you get Raiders of the Lost Ark vibes when they're trying to... They're doing the first scene with the little clip and the thing in the sunlight.
Which they replicate later.
And she ends up stealing the Book of the Dead from this motherfucker after they find the mummy and shit. Yeah. Pretty sure the other guy dies from a beetle, the stinky guy.
Mm-hmm. Stinky guy.
Jonathan calls him a stinky fellow.
Yeah.
For a stinky fellow, he had so nice taste in whatever. And then he steals his booze and starts drinking it. They wake up the fucking mummy and... They go down there, and he's like, it's fucking mass chaos, basically. Mm-hmm. He ends up fucking shooting him with the gun and seeing him because he comes across her, and he's like, oh, thank you for waking me up. And he's like, tries to tongue kiss her and shit. Mm-hmm. He's like,
fucker.
Yeah, and he looks like a massive, like, wet fucking corpse walking around and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks gross.
Gnarly.
He calls Evelyn by her his former mistress's name.
Exactly.
So he's already planning ahead to use her body.
Fucking Vigo.
Exactly.
Bring me a child so I might live again.
And let's see what happens after this. That's when they kind of escape from there, right? And they go back to that fucking temple area, the hotel, or whatever the fuck. They're in Cairo, I think.
Don't they go back to the library? Because they run into...
Cairo.
Oh, that's right when they... Well, I'm not sure if that's yet.
I don't know.
That's when they go back to the other place, and that's when they realize the mummy's coming after the people who opened the jars.
Mm-hmm.
The jars.
Yeah, anyone that opened up the jars, which is where the organs were
stored. Americans, basically.
Of peanut butter, right?
Yes.
Exactly. And they retained his organs, so he sucks up people's shit.
Yeah, really? So he's very much like a Hellraiser.
Yeah, he's got to finish the job with this one guy. You know, he brings him in there, and he's like, already has the guy's eyes.
And he's the guard to Evelyn at that point. When
no, not that guy.
Oh, you're talking earlier. Yeah, when he takes his eyes and his tongue, the first guy is tormenting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sucks the rest of his life force.
It's a fly in the studio today.
Jeff Goldblum.
Little baby fly. Where's Gina Davis?
Right here.
She unplugged the microphone a couple of times.
Staying away from Bill here.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Rip. Now I feel bad about my joke. God. Can't do anything.
This is why we bring Nick along. This is why you're here, Nick. Derail the train.
I like that they have the plagues happening. Mm-hmm. So you get the fucking, like...
The first plague was a locust.
Yeah.
And then what did they do?
The water turns to blood.
And then you got
the moon was blood.
And then you got the rain, the fire rain coming down later, which is pretty cool.
Fire rain.
Yep.
That's what I call
Chaos.
it.
You discover, I like
That's what I call it when I pee.
The cat, he's afraid of cats.
Fire rain.
You got an STD?
No.
You got that incurable...
This is too much Grape Mountain Dew.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah, he's got that incurable gonorrhea. What do they call that?
If gonorrhea was a 90s Nickelodeon
I thought gonorrhea
show.
was curable.
Antibacterial resistance. No, the antibacterial resistance is really bad on that right now. I've read.
See, I did not touch that damn mic.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. I'm not. Nothing's being touched.
What I touch? Hey, what I touch?
I don't think anybody touched anything.
Fucking lame.
PG.
Yeah, no, that scene's cool. You get the sky, and then I really like people are like brainwashed somehow or whatever. Like
Yeah,
the mass
all
people.
of a sudden they become Power Rangers in the movie. Yeah,
That one guy turns
Emo-
around and starts walking.
Leap.
That's
with him.
what I was gonna bring up. Jonathan just starts walking with him.
Leap to our doom.
Exactly.
I love how you just like recreate scenes from one movie and throw them in this. It works.
It's great.
Although Ivan Ooze would have been a better villain in this. I'm gonna say that right now. The zombie of Ivan Ooze.
Goddamn.
Isn't it very similar? Like they awaken him and all
What
that
about the
stuff.
zombie of Ivan Reitman?
This is just a rewrite of the Power Rangers movie. I just realized this.
It's just missing Devo on the soundtrack.
This is after
Yes.
the Power Rangers movie?
Action boy now, action girl now.
Power Rangers movie was what, 95, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of that other one.
Turbo, a Power Rangers movie? Yeah, incorrect, sir.
It's the second one they released theatrically.
I don't know.
Not the reboot.
The Mummy Returns.
No, that's the second one.
Oh, we're not talking about both tonight?
This
We're
fucking
talking
guy.
about one. We meet Winston, the drunken British.
Oh
man.
yes, Winston. How could
Winston,
I
right?
forget?
Right here.
Not that Winston, another Winston.
I have
And-
seen shit.
O'Connell's
so
basically
sick.
like, I got to get this guy killed.
Well, this guy's suicidal anyway. He's basically talking about like how everyone he knew died like a valiant
Didn't get to
death.
die a badass death.
Valium.
Yeah, valiant death. I didn't mean to say valiant. You know what I'm talking about. I can't talk.
He
today.
needed a Valium.
Probably.
Yeah, he has the plane, so that's a pretty cool scene.
That is a fun little.
You get the
sequence.
sand face coming after him.
Yeah, and he's imitating it too.
Oh, from Spider-Man?
Basically, yeah, this was a precursor to Sandman. So they looked at this and they said, okay, that'll work.
It's fun, but it's again more adventure, not horror. You know, but it's still good. I
Yeah.
mean, I would have liked to see if this movie had have been a little scarier and less adventure. Words.
Adventurer.
Less adventurous.
Yeah,
Adventurer.
but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's. I still
mean-
have a good. I have
you
a
mean
great
like the
time
Tom
watching this
Cruise
movie
one?
every time.
The Tom Cruise one's more horror-y, right? I haven't watched it.
Neither have I. haven't seen it
Jesus
yet.
Christ, I
But
would
I
make you
assumed
pay
it
me.
was since it was going to be in their new Dark Universe.
My
so-
favorite thing though is that Imhotep's afraid of cats while he's undead because they're the fairy people to the undead.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
We could
a
do
good
a
moment.
versus between this and the Tom Cruise one.
I don't know if I would. This one would win. It's like not even a. It's like fucking Mike Tyson versus a child.
We could compare the original mummy to this mummy to that mummy, or we could just slam our door.
1930s.
hand
Her
slam
dicks
a
in the
hand
door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Slam our dicks in the door.
Get it caught in the zipper on purpose.
I want to.
how'd you get the beams of a freak?
I kind of want to watch it out of curiosity, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
There's too many.
Considering the fact that it killed an entire planned reboot for the whole Universal Monsters series.
Even a
what
good
they should
movie
have done was
that.
go. Yeah, it could have. They could have easily gone from Invisible Man.
Oh, Invisible Man. should
That
have
is the
started.
best Universal like monsters remake of the last like 20 years.
Yeah, that was a good
Since
film.
the Mummy, I think.
Well, they weren't even going to include that though. They were going to make a different.
I know, but I'm
Invisible
saying
Man.
that one,
Yeah.
that Invisible Man, should have started a
That's the
universe
one,
with that.
That's the one with the woman from Handmaid's Tale, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I watched that.
that movie's fucking.
We
dope.
rented it for like $20. I mean,
She was also in Mad Men before that.
Oh, shit, I didn't watch
She's also in Get Him to the Greek.
Mad Men's great. It's a little different, but oh yeah, she is the girlfriend to Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah,
Her fiance. She's a nurse in that movie.
yeah. Has a threesome with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand.
The plane action sequence is pretty good because they do like the flying down in there, so it kind of has some Star Wars Phantom Menace vibes, which is around the same time.
Yeah, that motherfucker dies in the crash.
Unintentionally.
And they said this is pod racing.
Exactly.
Well, Jonathan's in there and he's like, "Little help, please." He's like, "Yeah, just give me a second." I feel like this movie's pretty well balanced. For an adventure movie, they don't try to do too many like the action sequence or action hero one-liners. In the like the side bit, there's no one that's like too asinine over the top.
O'Connell's just charming as hell.
Yeah, Benny's kind of an idiot, but then Jonathan's an idiot, so you don't have one person.
Like we
that's
didn't
being
mention that scene
obnoxious.
earlier, but he stole those tools from the other dude to give to her to impress her and stuff.
Yeah, this is a piece of shit. He's great. And then immediately Imhotep's like, "Oh, you speak the language of the slaves?" And you're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, when he speaks Hebrew.
Yeah. And he's
And
like,
he's holding up the Jewish star.
Yeah, and he's like, you will serve me. And he's like,
No, that
okay.
scene's funny, though, because he goes through all the different religions. He's holding them up, trying to defend himself. And then that's the last one. Oh, the language of the slaves. You'll be useful. You're like, whoa, fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, the Mummy had an inspiration on fucking Hitler, man.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
What happens then? They're in the temple and shit, and he's trying to fuck her over. Because he's trying to turn her into his old bride. He's trying to do all that.
Yeah, he's got her tied up.
And they are like, all right, we got to figure out what to do. We got to get the Book of the Dead or the Book of the Living or whatever the fuck, the Gold Book. And
Anu Dra something is what that book's called. The Golden Book, I just remember.
The Necronomicon.
Yeah, I think that's what they used, the Book of the Dead, the first one.
And
they got to go through all those treasures. And I'm like, that's an awful lot of treasures that no one's stolen from yet.
Treasures.
yeah, it's very interesting. That the treasure scene is interesting in general. Jonathan, of course, is trying to steal shit out of there, and it's just like, ugh.
They're all trying to steal shit out of there. Benny's trying to steal shit out of there. Jonathan's trying. It's like they're all fucking assholes.
But he's like, should be worrying about saving his sister. Other than that, fuck it. I don't care. You steal all you want from there.
Well, and finding the book in there, I feel like that's like an anticlimactic moment because like they just show up with the book later on, and you're like,
Well, the
what?
climactic moment happens later during that battle sequence when, like, you know, they fucking resurrect some more mummies to battle them and follow them around, which only, I think, 3 out of 4 of them are killed. One of them just wandering around there still.
Yeah.
Still to this day, wandering around there.
Well, Benny's in there with it, so. But he got eaten by the scarab beetles.
Eaten.
Yeah.
Eaten.
Eaten.
He was consumed.
Clay Aiken didn't.
What is that? Oh, yeah. He was eaten. He was what? Eaten! In Life Aquatic.
Yeah.
I always think of that. I laugh so fucking hard at that every time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this last scene is more actiony and not a lot of cool shit that you can talk about, except for when he finally, we fuck off the mummy again. They take his soul. I like his soul getting carried back away.
That
and
was
he becomes
one of my
mortal.
favorite sequence. Yeah.
I love that.
Shane's son showed up.
They finished reading the thing, yeah, and then
I
the
will
dead.
take your soul.
It's a good little sequence. The CGI looks a little silly, but
No, I like it.
it's very much a sign of the times. The little water thing, like, kind of flowing through there was kind of neat.
Yeah, and then they have to jump in places to avoid the scarabs and shit. They're fucking around here and shit too.
Hey, we cannot forget, though, the Ghostbusters Afterlife sequence that happens here is when he gets stuck in the pit of death and, like, he gets consumed and pulled down in. I mean, I feel like that's the whole point of the temple in Afterlife.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like at the beginning of the movie when you see the proton stream in the sky, and then the mummy is driving his pickup truck through a cornfield.
Wait, is that Jeepers Creepers? What are we talking about again? No, the end of this movie is it's entertaining, and then they all like have the happy ending, like on the camels. Like, oh, we're gonna ride off. He's like, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
They still have camels there though, so at least they're not just gonna die and dehydrate.
I just love this movie. All right, this first one here is a masterpiece for me of the '90s. Like, I fucking love it.
I don't even think of this as horror or scary or anything at all. Like, there's some moments in there you could take as if you saw it young enough.
It's related to horror, but it's not exactly.
It's horror adjacent.
This just feels more like an Indiana Jones ripoff, even though clearly, like, Indiana Jones was inspired by all those adventure movies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we got the original Mummy here.
Yeah.
We'll have to cover that at some point. We've covered the original Dracula and the original Frankenstein. So next year we'll either do the Mummy or Wolfman. We'll get around to Bride. We'll do some of the classics.
Happy
The Creature.
February.
Yep. Let us know what you think of the Mummy. Let us know why Nick is horribly fucking wrong.
Let us know why Nick is correct.
No, nobody's going to do that. Everybody who comments here is going to say they love the Mummy.
Alec loves
Generation
this movie.
Zers got my back.
I enjoyed it, and Nick hated it, which means he'll probably like the Tom Cruise version.
No.
Yeah.
No. What the fuck is that noise?
Don't know. You
Don't
and
know.
Tom Cruise.
You know what, though? That would be a thing for me to do, to watch it and see if I do like it better than this.
Let us know. Nick will follow up on Patreon and tell you which one he likes better.
Yeah, review the Tom Cruise mummy on fucking Patreon.
Yeah.
Anything that's not going to get views, throw it on Patreon, guys.
Sign up to join our Patreon for only $3 a month. You
That's
can
the
hear
best advertisement for our Patreon ever.
Well, we do good commentaries.
commentaries are great.
anything you want to rant about, throw that on Patreon too.
Faux
Patron.
All right. Let us know who's right, Alec, Justin, or Nick. Alex says this movie's great. I think it's pretty good. Nick
So
fucking hates it.
You're in the middle.
I'm going to rank it
What do you rank it?
like at a 9.8 out of 10.
How many sarcophaguses would you rate this?
I'm going
Out
to
of
rank
all movies ever.
this 10 hunking Brendan Frasers.
10 hunking running.
10 out of 10.
I would say
Yeah. It's up there for me.
7.5.
I have such a good
Frasers.
time watching it.
I'm going to give it half a
7.5.
Brendan Fraser.
Which
Damn.
half? The top or bottom half?
Yeah, that's important to some people.
Bottom half.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
You know what you go for. We know where Nick starts now.
Well, that's it for tonight. Or today.
Or tomorrow.
Good afternoon, good evening, and go fuck yourself.
Oh my God.